Good evening, teacher. Today we are talk about our partial evaluation. Um, the members of the group are my person, Bastida Geraldine, and my partners, Camargo Contreras Abraham, Cuchulia Safora Sadiel, and Manuel Flores Anderson. The ethical aspects in human medicine. The first is the autonomy, the respect the patient's decisions. For example, this principle defends the right of patients to make informed decisions about their own health. For example, as doctors, we must explain the procedures to be performed and obtain the necessary authorization. The second, the beneficence. In this case, this means that doctors must always act in the best interest of the patient, seeking to maximize benefits and minimize harm. For example, in this case, we must strive to find an accurate diagnosis in order to provide prepared treatment for their illness and avoid harming them with the adverse effects of medication or with the progression of their true illness due to the lack of diagnosis. Okay, then um, the non-maleficence. This principle indicates that doctors must avoid causing intentional harm. It's essential that the interventions don't harm the patient more than they benefit them. For example, if you have a patient who comes to your emergency department after committing a crime, they should be treated like any other patients, regardless of what they have done. Okay, continue in the next. Okay, the justice. Health professionals must ensure that all patients receive fair treatment and that medical resources are distributed equitably without discrimination based on economic, social, or cultural factors. For example, in this case, we can't treat a patient from a humble background differently than a patient who is a friend or family member or a relative. All patients must be treated equally, providing the best service. Okay, and finally, the confidentiality. All medical information must be kept confidential except in situations where there is legal obligation or a risk to the parties. For example, as doctor, we can't disclose our patient diagnosis as this could affect the patient's reputation. Okay, this is all. And my name is Geraldine Statistics.
Okay, Mr. Chair, my name is Adia Cultural Safaras. I will talk about professional development. In the human medicine career, that offers multiple benefits that impact both individuals and society. First, this career provides comprehensive and multidisciplinary training, covering areas such as anatomy, genetics, and psychiatry, which enrich the physician's knowledge and ability to address various health problems. In addition, physicians have access to a wide range of specialties, allowing them to choose a path that aligns with their interests and skills, thus increasing their job satisfaction. The high demand for medical professionals warrants job stability and competitive in salaries, with income that can vary significantly depending on the chosen specialty. Likewise, being a doctor confers high social recognition and the opportunity to make a positive impact on people's lives, which can result in deep personal and professional satisfaction. The possibility of working in different environments, whether in public or private institutions or in one's own office, also provides flexibility and autonomy in medical practice. Um, Also, the constant advance in technology and medical science ensures that physicians are always learning and evolving their practice. Preparing for attending conference on human medicine offers significant benefits. First, these events allow to keep to update with the latest advance in trends in medicine, which is crucial to offer to update and effective care to patients. Furthermore, participating in conference facilities network attendants have to the opportunity to establish the connection with colleagues and experts, which can open doors to the future collaborations, research projects, and job opportunities. Uh, Next, please.
Yeah, good evening, teacher. Continuing the dilemma ethicals to disconnect a patient in a coma or not. Um, from a personal perspective, facing the dilemma of the whether or not to disconnect a comatose loved one is one of the most heartbreaking and intimate decisions a family can face. In additional, personally, I believe that is the essential that the patient's prior wishes, if they express the respect. We all have the right to decide what we want to the end of our life or to be life, and includes the opinion of the refuses to live connected to the machine if there is not hope of the recovery. Um, in a dilemma like this is, I think that la family rules is the seek the greatest well-being for the patient, considering not only his physical survival, but also the quality of the life that could help in the survival. Mm, eh, Additional, this is the time when the family should make an effort to listen to the medical staff and obtain as much information as possible about the opinions and the prognosis. In conclusion, from my point of view, making the decision to disconnect someone is not about letting them die, but rather respecting the nature of the cycle of the life that medicine can no longer offer a viable solution. Thanks, the other opinion.
Um, Good evening, teacher. My name is Anderson Albergoman Flores. Ethical problem, the limitation of therapeutic effort. As a doctor, one of the most difficult ethical dilemmas I face is the limitation of therapeutic effort in terminal patients. I find myself in situations where I have to decide together with the medical team whether to continue aggressive treatment or accept that those efforts would prolong life but not improve the patient's quality of life. One of the cases that impacted me the most was when I was treating a patient with advanced cancer who, after several failed treatments, was entering the final stage of his life. She told me calmly and clearly that she did not want any more intervention. She wished to spend the time she had left without being connected to machine or subject to invasive treatments. I understood this respect her wish, and according to the principle of patent autonomy and dignity, I had to support her decision. However, her family did not agree. Her children were desperate, wanting us to do everything possibility to keep her alive, even if that meant subjecting her to more surgeries, chemotherapy, and assist ventilation. They saw a small glimmer of hope in each treatment, although the chances of success were almost non-existent. At the moment, I felt trapped between two fundamental ethical obligations. This made me reflect deeply on the nature of the role I play as a doctor. My training teach me to save life and to fight disease with every available recourse, but also to recognize when too effort become a source of unnecessary suffering. In the end, in this situation, I decide to speak openly with the family, explaining the patient wishes and the real limitation of continuing with aggressive treatments. I pursue a palliative care approach that prioritizes comfort and dignity in the her final days patients. Okay, teacher, thank you.